especially on those races like the cards that are coming in. Obviously, there's in March we've got some sort of tentpole events. So as people are coming into the store, this week, and especially they're talking about, oh, what are those shoes over there, and they're pointing at Cascadias. Or you're talking to them about the trail shoes, and some people may say, well, what is there to do? There's some people from, OMC, they've been running on Saturdays and Sundays at Busick and other stuff. So if you want to kind of personalize it from a training side, obviously you could say, oh yeah, those would be great shoes because in 3 more weeks at Innsbruck up by St. Louis, there's going to be this big trail race. You can, sign up for it up front. I think there's some paperwork up there, and you can just sort of work it into the conversation when you're already telling them about the benefits of, a Saucony Peregrine versus a Cascadia versus whatever else. Just sort of slip it in. Same thing with, if someone's like, oh, those Brooks Pure Project, those are cool looking. Will those work? Are those the right, for my foot type? And then just say, yeah, those racing flats would be great for that 5K or 15K that's coming up. And then, boom, bring in your Shamrocks and just work it right in. If you want to even sell them on the green aspects, say, oh, it would look great with your green costume for Shamrocks, and kind of go from there. But just sort of, you can sprinkle in little things as you're still talking about the shoes. And you won't really, there's nothing overt that's really there. It's just, hey, just tie one to another and then just move on past.
That's what we talked about earlier in this meeting. It's shop, train, race. I want, as much as we can, have a conversation about a race and a training group with every customer that, obviously within reason.
But one thing, when you do that, try to personalize it, because if it just feels overt, feels pushy, people just get a bad taste after a while. And if you think, well, there's not the opportunity, sometimes there's not the opportunity. But other times you can, be their best friend and keep suggesting a way.
Kayla, at one point, before you're done, I'd like you to go through each of your races.
Okay.
Time, what are their date and all that stuff.
Cool. Yeah. And also, like Eric said, each employee gets 1 free entry into a race a year. So just keep that in mind when I'm going through these races. Kind of, if any of them stand out to you, you can just email me if you decide you want to do one, and I'll ask you for specific information. I'll just get you registered, and it's easy as that. So
what would be good too is in between off season, because we've got so many schools all around. Which races fall when the track kids and the cross country kids could be running some races, and send it to the coaches.
Oh, that's a great idea.
They're always looking for runs to do, and some of them are involved, but that would keep them going. It just has to be because they have that eligibility thing. So they can't be in season, but
cool.
So can we, like the cards that will come in the next couple of days for Shamrocks?
Probably if we could get them to some of the
Can we get some of those cards in the coach's hands?
That won't be the right. It'll be two.
It'll be in season.
That'll be in season.
It's track.
Yeah, it'll be in track season.
Cross country kids that weren't doing track could do
any
it.
cross country kids that are not doing track would work.
Or any other sport.
Yeah. There's a lot of them.
We're gonna get for the race. We're gonna get posters like this where it kind of highlights all the races.
Actually, some have already been created. I don't know why they haven't been here yet, but I'm sure we can get them in your hands pretty fast. Yep.
Last year we had those big banners.
Those will be coming as well. So we'll be a lot of the information may be a little repetitive, because we just sort of want to pepper it with people constantly. But other things will be much more race specific. Like they're going to see a series of posters that go for each race, and then there'll also basically be twin versions of the cards that will be coming in the mail. You'll see the poster basically looks like a giant version of the card, give or take a few tweaks.
Great.
And that might be something to think about too. If we're doing a little card, doing a poster with all the dates and lists of everything.
We also have our season brochure coming out soon, so that'll have one side will be it's a trifold, right? It'll be just kind of almost looks like, if you've been on our website, looks like that event grid. Just kind of has each race has a different box, so that kind of almost like a calendar view type deal.
It will match both the website and then the